morning, everybody. Welcome to day one of Vlogmas. Oh, it's finally here. So my name is Alex and I live in Yorkshire in the UK, and this is a channel all about, I'm going to say, crafts. I used to say knitting and crochet. Then I used to add a little bit of sewing in there. Now I cross stitch, so I'm just going to say crafts. So yeah, I'm from the UK. I live with my fiance Danny, and we have 6 children together, 5 cats, a dog and a hamster. When I say we've got 6 children together, I have 3. Danny has 3. We don't have them together. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so my watch is too tight. I need to loosen that strap. Whew. When you feel like you can't breathe because your watch is too tight. That's how I felt then. So it is the 1st of December. Finally, the 1st of December. Oh my word. The most exciting month of the year. I just love Christmas time. I really do. It's just everybody's... Yes, people are stressed, but for the most part, everybody generally is kinder to each other. And that is why it's my favourite time of the year. It just is. And I just love it. So, for those eagle-eyed amongst you, you may be noticing that I am wearing a finished object. I did finish my rocket tee. Now let me get myself into a better position to show you it. There we go, you can see me standing up. So it is all finished. I finished it last night. I shall talk about it in 1 second. Just give you a little twirl. So yesterday morning I was talking to my friend and she said, "What are your plans today, Alex?" And I said, "You know what? I'm going to do day 1 of my cross stitch and I'm going to finish my rocket tee." And she went, "Really?" Now, day 1 of the cross stitch was enough. And as I said it, I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I absolutely did. I did my day 1 of my cross stitch, which I'll show you in a minute. And I finished my rocket tee. I was so stinking proud of myself. To be fair, I did not have much to go on the rocket tee. I just had the final stripe to put on, then the ribbon, then the I-cord edging. So I really didn't have much to do. It just needed a good couple of hours at it, which I managed to get last night. And I got it all soaked last night and blocked, and because it's so light, it was dry by this morning, so it's just perfect. The only thing I'm going to do next time is I'm not going to do this I-cord edging. It's already rolling. I don't do the I-cord edging on the bottom. I always put a rib on it because I know that I-cords like to roll. So I don't do that anyway. My last rocket tee, I didn't really have the rolling problem on the sleeves, but I have on this. Not enough that it's really bothering me, but I can notice it. So next time, if you heard that, it's my farm game. It's telling me my products are ready. Next time I'm going to do ribbing on the sleeves, I think, and not do the I-cord. But the I-cord on the neck looks lovely. It really does. But other than that, I am so pleased with it. I really am. I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Let me bring you a little bit closer. So it is finally finished. I made this in all 4-ply weight yarn. The pink, the green and the grey is Wool Warehouse own brand. I think it's called Yarn Smiths. And this gorgeous jazzy colour here is a My Yarny Corner one. So, and the colourway of this yarn, I think it's the one that we called, the one that Alex stole, because as soon as we made it, I was like, I'm having one of those. I didn't care. It wasn't going, well, there was 1 or 2 that went into the shop, but I kept one as well. And it's like, you can't, yeah, you can. The light's really rubbish, I'm sorry. I've straightened my hair, so it's raining. It's my fault. Every time I straighten my hair, it rains. So it's so dark, but it's like pink and blue and green and yellow. It's beautiful. And I'm really pleased with it. So that is my finished object. I haven't had another cast on because I am going to be casting on an advent project. I'm not sure if I'm going to be showing my advent project or not. And there is a reason behind it, but you'll just have to trust me. I don't know. I think I probably will. Yeah, just ignore me. I'll just see what happens, whether or not I show you my advent project. But I opened my Yarny Corner advent this morning and I got this gorgeous one. You will see the short, which is, my Yarny Corner advent calendar this year was called the People's Advent. And what happened with it was everybody sent in photos and we picked, there was no rhyme or reason behind it. We picked pictures where we could follow on from colours. So I know that there were a number of people who had like consecutive pictures picked. It was purely and simply a colour choice. That's all it was. This one, they don't have names except number 1, which was a very special one and one that I was absolutely doing first. And this one is called Blue. But I will put the short up. I've ummed and ahed about when to put the YouTube short live. And what I'm going to do is, as soon as I publish my vlog for the day, I'm going to publish the vlog, the short at the same time. So it'll go up at the same time as this vlog. That way I'm not spoiling it for anybody. But you still get to see the inspiration picture on the day that it was released. So yeah, what we did was everybody sent in a photograph. We chose photographs and we synced them to go through all the month of Advent. Some photos I had to take small areas of it so I could get the colours. It was a little bit trickier than what I'd imagined it would be, trying to get colour flows and trying not to give you all, 10 days of yellow. So it was trickier than I thought it would be, but do you know what? I had such a blast doing it. I really did. I dye the Advent. Danny doesn't dye the Advent. It's something that I do because I love it. So I had such a blast doing it and seeing everybody's pictures. It was fabulous. So this is the first one. They all come with something very small, our Advents. They always come with a chocolate or a stitch marker. Anybody that's bought the Advents know it's always something small. We keep the cost low and we keep it so it's affordable, and that's how we do it. So there's just something small each day with it. And this one these are Addy stitch markers. That's not focusing. Little socks. They have got detail on them, but you can't really, the camera's not going to show it up, but they are Addy ones. But yeah, so I know what I'm starting. I probably will show you what I'm doing. I wanted this whole reveal at the end, but I'm not going to be able to do that. Anyway, so that is my Advent. And then I did buy the Historical Sampler Company Advent as well. Danny bought me that as a treat months ago. I think it was back in August. And I'm finally able to open it. So this time, day 1, which is day 1. And this is what we have got. The Historical Sampler Company Gingerbread House, which is that one. It does have a separate thing inside the advent calendar with all the floss and things in it as well, and it's got finishing accessories as well, so you can absolutely do it. I obviously won't show you the pattern, but that is the Ada that it comes with. So I got that as well. And I am going to show you my day 1 Sorry for the rustling, sorry. There we go. My day one of my cross stitch. So, whoops-a-daisy. For Vlogmas this year, I've taken inspiration from Adelaide at Adelaide Stitches. During Vlogtober, she did the Tiny Modernist Halloween calendar, and she did a block a day every day during Vlogtober, and I absolutely loved it. I loved following along. I loved the whole concept of stitching one block a day. You know, it's like Advent knitting, but it's cross stitch. So I was there for the whole thing, and I really, really wished that I'd joined in. So when Adelaide said that she was doing it again for Vlogmas, I was straight there. And I'm like, right, I'm doing it too. So I went ahead and bought the Tiny Modernist Advent calendar. I will pop a picture on the screen. I spent the last sort of week in November getting all of the frame done. So during December, I am stitching every individual square. I started it yesterday because I want to be able to show you the finished thing on Christmas Eve, which is day 24. And I don't want to be finishing it on Christmas Day either, because Christmas, as you know, is so busy. I am not going to get any time to sit and do any kind of stitching, if at all, Christmas Day, but not till late Christmas Day night, if at all. So I wanted this finished by Christmas. So I started mine on the 30th of November and I did day one. So for today for Vlogmas, I'm doing day two. And then tomorrow on day two, I'll do day three. So this is what I have so far. This is day one, and you can already see I've started day two this morning. So that's better. You can see it if I put my hand behind it. It's because I've got to have my light on. It is so dark. But yeah, isn't it gorgeous? So this one is going to be a Christmas tree. So yeah, I really like it. I really like it. I'm also, during Vlogmas, going to be doing some attempting to learn to spin. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to do it in fact, I know I'm not going to be able to do it every day. We have got such a busy day today. I'm going to have all on just getting that cross stitching in today. But I'm going to try and carve out a large chunk to allocate to learning to spin as well, and film that process. Don't expect anything good, honestly. But yeah, today we've had Harry this weekend, so we've got to set off in about an hour, take Harry home. Once we've dropped him off home, I've got to go into a couple of shops, so I've got to get that done as well. We won't get home till about 12:30. Have a little bit of lunch, and then we've got quite a bit to do on the computer because it's a shop update tonight. So I've got quite a bit of work to do on the computer when we get back. And then at 4 o'clock, Liverpool are playing. So we want to be all done for Liverpool playing. I've been on strict instructions. Soon as we get back, Alex, we've got to get straight on because football's on at 4. Yes, Danny. I like watching it as well. It's fine. So that is that. But we've had a lovely weekend with Harry. It was light switch on yesterday. The plan was to film it for you, and I absolutely couldn't. I don't know what the weather was doing yesterday, right? But it was so warm. My house was freezing. But when we went out to the light switch on, I had a big coat on, my hat on, my cowl on, my gloves on, and got outside, and it was so warm, and the light switch on was so busy. It's normally busy, but this was another level of busy. You couldn't get near any of the stalls. They closed the street, and there's all sorts of food stalls and things you couldn't get near. I couldn't even tell what the food stall was. it was just absolutely crazy. There is a craft fair as well, which I'll tell you about in a minute because you might see something. But obviously we had Harry with us as well, and he does not like that kind of crowd. I mean, I'll be honest, I was struggling. It was too much. And then I started feeling dizzy because I'd been in the craft fair and they had the doors open, but it was so warm. I think it was like 16 degrees. It was really, really warm yesterday, ridiculous. And I started feeling unwell. I was feeling dizzy. I was feeling shaky. And in the end, we just had to walk right out of all of the sort of the crowds and just go stand right at the edge of where everything was happening just to see the light switch on. So there was nothing for you to see. I could barely see it myself. We couldn't really, we could just about see the Christmas tree, but we couldn't see any of the park lights or anything. But I couldn't believe how busy it was. It was heaving, absolutely heaving. So, but anyway, we do have a craft fair there every year. So I could not resist this guy. He's called Frogsy and he's made of wool felt. The stall that sold him, they were at the summer craft fair this year as well, and they had the most beautiful rabbit. And I didn't buy it, and I really regretted not buying it. So when I went yesterday and I went back to the stall, I love the stall. I can't remember what it's called. I really can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I love the stall and I was eyeing up some. They sell all sorts of hand-sewn things and hand-knitted things. I was eyeing up these knitted slippers. And she was talking to me about them. And she goes, oh, you've got different designs. And then he just winked at me. He just absolutely winked at me, spotted him, saw his pink tie, and I'm like, I'll just put the slippers back, I'm taking him. And he came home with me. And I absolutely love him. So I think every knitter needs a frog. I think it's really important that every knitter has a good relationship with a frog. And that way, if I ever get visited by the frog, I've got my own frog to kick him out. But yeah, isn't he gorgeous? I mean, look at his little tie. Hello. I love him. So he sits up here. Yeah, and that's everything. So, oh my word, I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. Right, I'm going to go, crack on, try and keep this vlog under half an hour. Fingers crossed.
I think we already started. I didn't press that.
It does it. It
didn't automatically just go.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. What? I didn't even press record and it's recording. Did you just say turn on now?
My phone knows. It's like how you want to record. Here you go.
Hello everyone. It is day 1 for the Christmas countdown of Vlogmas. Oh, cyclist. So yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It is Sunday.
Sunday, Vlogmas, day 1.
Yeah, it is. Shop drop tonight as well, 7 PM. We've got loads happening today on a Sunday. Just dropped Haz off.
It is 25 past 11.
Oh wow, is it?
Yeah, we need to go to Boys because I've run out of one of my flosses.
So we've got to pick some floss up.
I knew it was going to run out. I've been trying to get hold of it for like 3 weeks and I can't, so I'm going to try Boys today.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
I had just enough this morning to do the bit that I needed to do.
But yeah, we're very excited today. It's Vlogmas Day.
It's Vlogmas.
It's the countdown, isn't it?
It's come around quick.
It's the countdown soon. Oh, they're going to find out the Advent today as well, don't they? The day one of the Advent. See, so much is happening today. So welcome to my yarny corner, everybody.
I can't wait.
And if you're brand new, welcome. It is crafty, vloggy.
This is the best view in the world. Turn the camera around really quick, please.
You're going past.
Isn't that an amazing view? It is the best view in the world.
Well, I do like to say you always get views. Now that's the picture. I'll give it a second. God, you've got to embrace the view. Isn't it back?
Yep.
So yeah.
That view, that is my favourite one. Cow and Calf, as you come over the Cow and Calf, it's a close second, but this one's my favourite.
So as you see, it's winter, but it doesn't feel like winter.
I was saying this morning on the vlog, we went
really
out
warm.
yesterday to that Christmas fair, it was like 16 degrees.
Yes, it's really warm today.
I went out wrapped up like a blooming snowman. I was almost passing out.
So yeah, so today's plans really is getting everything ready for the shop update for tonight. A little bit of shopping now, boys. Maybe a couple more, maybe showing boys a little. Maybe some views. Really just behind the scenes, like, yeah, getting everything ready for tonight. Something to eat. And then of course we've got football this afternoon.
Is it 4 o'clock?
It is 4 o'clock.
That's what I've been saying, 4 o'clock.
So I'm hoping it's a win for my team today. If it's not, then fair enough. But
that's not how calm he'll be. If it's not. That is not, you can imagine, that's not, it won't just go fair enough.
I'm just saying it as politely as I can. But yes, so that's the plans pretty much so far for today. But as you do know us, leave you part of my early corner for a while, you do know our plans change. But yes, so hopefully there'll be more crafty, more times to come. But it is only day one of Vlogmas, so stay safe everyone. Thank you very much for coming, and catch you very shortly. Bye everyone.
Bye. Time for coffee yet? We are home, we got everything done that we need to do for the shop update tonight, so now I can put some vlogs on, start my way through the vlogs that are going on. I did manage to get my floss in, boys. And I got the one that I needed. This is what I had left of the other one. And that is why I desperately needed it. And that's only single strand as well. There's not 6 strands on there. It's just that. That's all I had left. But I got what I needed. So, good old boys. You can always rely on boys. It's brilliant. Been going into Hobbycraft for weeks waiting for them to restock, and they just haven't done. But you can always rely on boys. I could have gone to the garden centre as well. I can get yarn in there. But I do happen to know that Santa is bringing me the entire set of CXC for Christmas. So I'm really happy. I'm going to be using that. I don't know how I'm going to work it. I was initially going to plan on full coverage because I've already spotted it when the postman brought it the other day.
You hunted for it?
I didn't hunt for it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to use it for full coverage only, but I am going to be starting a full coverage. But it's not all I'm going to stitch because I do like all of the different cross stitches, and I do have a cross stitch waiting to start, which I can't start yet because I've got my Christmas one going on. But I do have one from Catkin and Lily waiting to start, and it's a sheep one, and I'm so excited to start that. I'm just hoping Santa brings me some Ada for Christmas because I don't have any. But, right, I'm going to chill. I'm going to do a little bit of cross-stitching. This is where I'm up to. So I'm going to get some of that in, and then I'm going to come back on here. It's nearly 4 o'clock, so I need to come on and end the vlog because Danny will be watching football soon. So I have progress. There we go. Number 2 is in. All ready for number 3 tomorrow. That one was a lot less stitches today. So, let me tell you. Where are we? Info. Yesterday was 624 stitches and today's was only 317. So really not many at all. Oh, there's a graph thing on there. Oh, that's good. Anyway, sorry. So day 2 is done. I won't always manage to finish the day before I come and end the vlog. Because some days I'm not going to have time to stitch during the day, but I have done today. But I will have always finished it on the day, so if you don't see it on the day, you'll see it the next morning anyway. But yeah, so I've got 2 days done. I'm really pleased with that. I'm just going to pop it away. I like it in the cupboard so the cats don't get to it. So like I say, it's nearly 4 o'clock, so I'm going to end the vlog after we've had our little chat here, because we are going to be watching football, and then we've got the shop update at 7 o'clock, so it's going to be all hands to deck from 6:30 onwards. So I want to make sure the vlog's done and sorted so I don't have to stress. I've not got my tree up yet. I don't know when I'm going to put it up. I might do it next weekend, unless I get some time during the week. I'm not sure, but I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I haven't a clue, but I will get the tree up at some point. So yeah, and it's been such a busy Sunday today, but because we had to take Harry back, and it takes a good couple of hours taking Harry back and then getting home and getting sorted. And then of course we've had all the computer stuff to do on top of that. So we've had a fair bit to do. I'm itching for a new cast on, but I'm gonna hold off for now. That could easily change this evening because I've got my Advent project on the go now. So I want to see how long that's going to take me to do. I don't want to just cast something on that's going to be more or less stuck and waiting during December. I have also got my cowl I can be knitting, so I'm not stuck for knitting. I've got another cast on coming in the new year, but it's going to involve, I'm not even, I go on about Danny for spilling secrets, I'm not even, you'll know what's happening when it happens. But yeah, that's starting in the new year, so I'm looking for small projects at the moment, apart from my Vlogmas project. Haven't had chance to get any spinning done today. I knew this would happen, I knew I wouldn't get time every day, but it doesn't matter if I get every other day or every couple of days, then that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. And yeah, so that is about everything, I think, today. The animals are all sleeping. Luigi's upstairs asleep, so he's not been on the vlog yet to see you all. But I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will soon. Bert's over there. Jack is asleep. Jack likes to sleep on the breakfast bar because underneath the breakfast bar is the radiator. So if he sleeps under the chair, under the breakfast bar, he gets all of the heat. And I've only just managed to open the lounge curtains. The sun's been beaming in today. So I've got to sit with the blooming curtains closed all day long, but I've managed to open them now, so I've got a little bit of light. Not that I need it now because I've finished cross-stitching. Never mind, never mind. I keep looking at this. I'm not going to be starting this. Any projects that I get in the Historical Sampler Company, I will maybe earmark for Christmas in July, or if I fancy something really small, but I keep looking at that. I mean, isn't it just gorgeous? It's beautiful. I'm not going to have time to stitch it during December this time, but I will keep it to one side. You can do these Christmas things at any time of the year, can't you? You don't need to just do it in December. It's like, I immediately said then, I'll do it for Christmas in July. Do you know what? I've never done Christmas in July. Never. Because when it comes to July, Christmas is the last thing I want to make. I could easily do like Christmas things in September and October and November, but I never fancy it in July. And every year I say, sorry darling, I say I'm going to do something Christmas in July, and I've never done it. Not once. Not once. But I'll do it at some point next year. But it's really, really sweet, isn't it? I want to get better at finishing things, you know, not just putting things in frames. Do you remember that Art Nouveau fox that I did? I'll pop a picture on the screen. Well, I've been earmarking this since I was making it. In Hobbycraft, they've got these gorgeous wooden boxes, them ones that you paint yourself. And when I was stitching it, I kept thinking it'd look lovely on top of those wooden boxes. They're not too expensive. They're about £16. So maybe next year at some point, I'll go and get one of those wooden boxes and just learn how to finish. I think if I laced it onto some hardboard, you know, some hard cardboard, laced it onto that, painted the box green, laced it onto that with some maybe some green rickrack around it, and, you know, laced it onto the lid of the box. If I laced it onto hardboard and then glued that onto the lid of the box, it'd look so nice. Put a bit of padding in it as well, it'd look lovely. Or laced it onto the hardboard. I'd have to put padding behind the cross stitch, I think. But I'll have a think about how you would do it, but it'd look so nice. And you've got this gorgeous keepsake box with a cross stitch on top. How nice would that look? So next year I want to try different finishes, because I'm not going to have wall space to frame everything, and it'd be nice to have different finishes. I want to do some tote bags, you know, have some nice tote bags, and yeah, I'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna get off. I hope you've all had a lovely Vlogmas. I'm just currently, well, not now, so I'm gonna be putting football on, but tonight I will be making my way through all the Flossmases and all the Vlogmases and just enjoying it. So go and watch some more Vlogmas. Have a lovely, lovely evening, whatever it is you're doing. And happy Vlogmas Day 1.